dealing with the week and now that it's all out in the open?
Yeah, Matthew was quoted. I saw the headline that, Ryan's relieved. I think it's very hard to sit on significant matters that affect your professional life for a long period of time. So there's an element of relief. I haven't spent too much time with Ryan. He seems pretty bubbly, buying in team meetings, and he spoke to the players, don't want it to be a distraction. I'm fine, I'll work my way through it, go through the process. And I just spoke to the player group. We always share, look, this is going on, but what's important for us is it's our workplace. If Ryan cares to engage you and take you offside and have a talk, well, he can do that. But for the rest of us, really, we're here. It can be a distraction, because that would be the first question, is it a distraction? Well, clearly it can be. But we just talk about, if you start thinking about those things and being distracted, use that as a stimulus to focus on what's important. And what's important for us is concentrating in meetings, going out and actioning where we want to improve, and just using the whole thing as a stimulus to say, well, okay, I'll get back to what's important, which is action. So that's a simple model for us. And we're a mature group. Everyone's been through bits and pieces before, including myself, and we'll all put our head on the pillow at night. We're okay. It's Ryan. It's an individual athlete's situation that he's going through. So we're fine.
When did you find out first, and did it sort of catch you off guard a bit?
Find what out?
That the test was positive. When did you?
Well, I think you know the answer to that, don't you? Which was at the press conference as a club. We found out in September. Yeah, so it was a pretty busy time, September. I'd like to use it as an excuse for going out straight sets, but it clearly wasn't. So I found out then. I was sort of serious. You're disappointed, concerned, range of emotions. But at the end of the day, I can only control what I can control, and it was well out of my realm. There's strict protocols and the level of detail you can get. And I mean, if we even go back to last week's presser, it wasn't an ideal situation for me, was it? So I'm here to talk about a footy club. There's noise around Ryan. I can't answer. I can't answer what I don't know, and it's certainly controlled by the player's lawyer and the player. In an ideal situation, the press release that occurred Monday would have occurred prior to me coming in, because I was in an invidious situation, which I didn't enjoy. But at the end of the day, you end up in those situations and you work your way through as best you can.
Would you like to see the process quicker, Ross? There's a big time lapse, I guess, between positive test and release and tribunal.
Yeah, look, the quick answer is yes, but that's an ill-informed response, because I don't know, and I haven't concerned myself, the reasons behind the protocols they have in place. Clearly, there's some rationales and for both sides of the fence to work through the situation that's occurred, both for the administrators of the game and the code, and the ASADA code, and for the player themselves. So the short answer is yes. The long answer is it's an ill-informed opinion, and I don't really want to put any time or energy into making it a more informed opinion, because I'd like to think we wouldn't end up in this position too often.
And just to clarify, you were only made aware in September last year because Ryan gave permission for you to be made aware. Is that correct?
Oh, I can't remember the detail around it. Yeah, but I can't remember when I knew. Well, yeah, honestly, when was it? September? It was a bit on. But yeah, I still haven't sat down and said to Ryan what occurred.
Yeah.
So let's be really clear on that, because it's none of my business. And I can't do anything about it. It's inappropriate. And he hasn't proffered it to me. So I think that should take away any potential questions in here. He hasn't proffered it, and I haven't asked. All I say is we're supportive. We'll support you till we can't as a club. And I get on with business. That's as simple as it works. But I think that gives you some understanding of the last few months, the reality of it as well, in my position.
Now that you're looking at the strong possibility that he won't be available for a significant chunk of the season, who do you see as the ones most likely? Matthew mentioned, I think, Matt DeBoer and Clancy Pearce.
He'll make a good coach one day. And Paul Hazelby went Mickey Barlow. I don't know how he'd go on boat Mickey Barlow with his pace, but yeah, certainly We played a couple of games last year where Ryan didn't tag anyone specifically, and we just went with three midfielders in the midfield. I think Hawthorn was one game round 21, so we can go that way. We tried Clancy Pearce on the weekend. I think Nick Subin could work off as well. Yeah, I think we'll go from, there'll be guys that can lock down, those that can work off, and those we'll just take on. So it's a work in progress at the minute. But Clancy had a bit of a crack last week here, and Jack did a pretty good job. Will he get one this one? We're going to have match committee and work our way through it.
Is he, like he was fit in 2012 when you first came there, he looks like he's almost gone up a notch from there, looking at his body shape and the way he's running in games.
Yeah, it's a fair observation. 2012 and 13 he was really good. He got hurt late, and he was a significant miss in the final series, but Cam Sutcliffe grabbed his opportunity. And then last year he had an Achilles problem that he sort of fell away a little bit, but he's come back super fit and focused, and he'll be a real addition to us this year in any role we give him. He's a big, strong body, thumping kick, and a great runner. So, yeah, we're quite pleased with Clancy.
How's Hayden Balance on?
Yeah, he sort of had a positive calf test, so he'll be in rehab now and working his way through till they get him back in full football, whenever that is. So I know everyone likes time frames, but at the end of the day, they map out programs. If they have one hiccup on one day, it puts them back a day, but in effect it can become a week. So I'm not too sure at the minute.
Tendai as well, how's he doing?
Yeah, he's sort of on the minor end. He won't play this week, so him and Hayden won't play this week. Tabernar will probably miss this week. We just want to get him right. He's had a grumble in his calf for Achilles, and then Daniel Pearce will be back. Luke McFarlane will play. Spur will play. We just looked after him with those stitches, and that's about the size of the injury front. Yeah, we think he'll play the following week.
So he might
and
play.
Duffield probably the following week.
So Waffle next week?
Yeah, they'll play Peel. They'll need to play Peel. You're entitled to do that if you've missed a chunk of pre-season games, which is a really good opportunity.
Kind of likely listed again in the squad. Have you been quite impressed with him?
Oh, he's done okay. Yeah, he sort of finds the ball okay and plays with some composure and a maturity. So, yeah, he's doing a bit right. He's still got a fair bit to learn. Yeah, I don't see Chris Judd out there, but I see Connor Blakely has got it going okay. Yeah.
What do you have to get out of Sunday's game, Ross? What are you trying to achieve ahead of round one?
Yeah, as always, we want to practice giving really good effort, and we just worked on some structural stuff. We've been a bit unhappy with some of our ball movement, just overplaying some things we're working on, but we've had some good meetings and we'll train a bit today. So, yeah, we're really optimistic that, look, we took a young squad, really, in a real sense, to Sydney, and arguably we could have 10 of our best 22 out. So, and they were up and about, the Swans, and they had a couple out as well, but we thought it was a bit to like. And really, we're coming off a really heavy workload for a long period. We've still got some shadows hanging over us, hence, those nicks. But that's you got to do that. So we'll be tapering off a little bit in our training in the build to round one. So what I expect though, it's West Coast. It will be intense, which we're thrilled about. We played them twice last year in the pre-season and lost both games, but we kept building to a hard edge, and so we want to build to a hard edge. So when the balls bounce round one, we're ready to go like we have been the previous 3 years.
You've got a couple out there I see that have had issues pre-season. I think Langdon and Alex Pearce, I think.
Yeah, our young players, they didn't have stress fractures, but they had some stress reactions. So probably the most disappointing one was Alex Pearce, because we see a really strong future for him and he's a young, tall defender. So hasn't been ideal for him, but we'd like to see him play some senior footy. So yeah, the Bone group, there's about 3 or 4 of the young kids are back in, and we'll manage their load. But yeah, you want to see Langdon play, you want to see the kids play like Connor Blakely and Lockie Weller. So yeah, they're back in the program. We're getting some good availability back, really.
How soon would they be ready to play for Peel, do you think?
Yeah, Alex. Did he play last week? I don't know. They didn't play, did they? Yeah, no, they're not playing this week. So, yeah, they're basically ready. Yeah, they'll go.